All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. You have heard me a lot say that, you know what, I think ICP can reach something like $220 in this bull cycle. Now that I thought about that, I say, you know what, I think my price target is actually very silly. Now, you may be asking silly in which way, right? I think that's very much an undervaluation of what ICP is going to be like. I'm going to show you and explain to you what really is happening with the narrative right at this point with ICP. Obviously, we will also talk about the chart, immediate short term, as well as the bigger time frame perspective here for ICP. But spoiler alert, everything is looking very much great here for ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. Now, let me get back to why I think that the $220 for ICP is actually still an undervaluation of ICP. Look at this pivot from Vitalik himself, the co-founder of Ethereum, and he goes on to say that, you know what, world computer is what computing needs right at this point. Now, this is not a line that you are hearing for the first time, especially if you are holding ICP and you've been involved in the ICP community. This is exactly what the ICP computer is all about. I think if this becomes the new narrative of the world computer, I can tell you that we could now be comparing ICP to what Ethereum is going to be looking like in terms of its market cap and stuff like that. Now take a look at this one too from CZ Binance, and then he says that, you know what, AI tagging or AI data in general is well fitted to be done on chain. Man, I mean, okay, congratulations, you finally figured this thing out, right? But somebody has always been working on this one. So again, this is an advantage for ICP, and I think that, look, the narrative slowly but surely is moving towards this whole thing, and I really can feel myself that I'm not bullish enough. Obviously, maybe for this bull cycle, we're not expecting like maybe $500 for ICP. Maybe some people are expecting that, but for me personally, yeah, I'm not expecting that, but I expect a slow growth in ICP eventually, maybe in the next bull cycles or something like that, even top $1,000. This is how much I'm very much convinced in this asset. Yeah, maybe for this specific bull cycle, we may have short-term, outlooks and stuff like that, but eventually this whole thing is a beast. This is what I want to say, right? Now let's quickly jump into the short-term price section here of ICP. I was posting earlier on saying that, you know what, we are on our way to something like $15 here, because I was looking at the symmetrical triangle that had just formed, in which I was showing this upward sloping support, and then of course on the top side we have got some kind of a downward sloping resistance. You can see that ICP has broken out of that, and the technical price target for this symmetrical triangle that you can see right on the screen is looking right around $14.50. I would just round it up to something like $15 for ICP. So yeah, I think we maybe can stop right there just a little bit, because I think, yeah, generally speaking, the market is a little bit primed for a pullback. So I think it's going to be something that is very much healthy. I know that nobody wants to hear that the price will come down and stuff like that, but naturally speaking, here on the chart, it looks like there is a big resistance right here, right around $16, right? So that's also in the same zone with $15 and $14.50. So yeah, maybe we can have a strong push towards that level, and then from this resistance we await to see what the price is going to be reacting to. But I think overly there is nothing really much to be worried about ICP, Internet Computer Protocol. Just as we have always been bullish time and again, we still maintain that bullish sentiment, even if ICP maybe drops something like 10-12%. Now take a look at this. We have been looking forward to this golden cross for quite some time right now, and it's going to be official very, very soon. Now this is a very great momentum indicator, because we were seeing pretty much the same thing right here. They've only been like two of these for ICP that have resulted in great upward momentum here. So we were seeing one right around the same time, and look exactly where we are today, right on the bottom, right? So from a time frame perspective, this is great confluence. I love to see things like this. But before I continue with this video, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread this video just by delicately tapping the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm, and people looking for ICP, Internet Computer Price updates, will now be able to find this video much more easily. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, because I do TA on ICP and a number of other different altcoins on a regular basis. Let's get back to long-term price targets, in which I tend to be like so much bullish here on ICP when I look at the market cap of ICP here, saying that, you know what, all the ICP price needs to do at this point, I think, is to pump something like a 140%. Now, if you do that, no, I'm saying 140%, 125, 126%. Now, if you happen to do that, you have managed to clear all resistance levels here for ICP. You can see that this was a resistance, 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 resistance also. That's why ICP was kind of struggling to get its way up here. But the moment you have already gotten up to this level here in the market cap, I'll quote the price, that's around something like $14 billion, I would say. This is pretty much price discovery above that for ICP, because there isn't much of a resistance. So yeah, I'm not going to be surprised if I see maybe ICP. Let's quickly go back here and see what 140% would look like from a direct price that standpoint. We are looking right here at something like, let's go ahead and do that nice and easy, something like $28 here for ICP. When the price gets here, I really am not going to be surprised if I start to see the whole thing just accelerating into oblivion. Also, at that point, expect the narrative to be so crazy for ICP and related cryptocurrencies. It may be storage, it may be AI, anything that is going to be, enticing people to buy ICP is going to be hot during that time. You're going to see ICP pretty much move in a straight line. This is what I believe. And then I think, of course, you have to remember that the biggest marketing machine in this market is the price action. Take a look at some of the recent things that we have been monitoring in the Patreon. We have bought these things like a very cheap price. For example, this is agent layer, and you can see that we were buying it cheap right there when it was like market cap of $7 million. Today we rose up to $28 million, so $22 million, I should be saying. So that was a great pump. Then we also had things like, for example, what was that baby outer state machine, and we managed to catch it nice and easy as well in the Patreon, and we got a very good pump from there, something like 500%. Now that it has pumped so much, everybody is talking about it, because you know what, price action, like great price action, is the biggest market of all time, right? So be rest assured that ICP is going to be picking up steam. Unfortunately, for some people, it's going to be late, but for you, congratulations. You were here even 2 weeks back when we were at $6. Can you imagine? Congratulations to you in advance. You were able to catch ICP at a very much cheaper price. Before I go, let me just invite you to CryptoFront Premium. This is our Patreon, in which we are showing those gems, like which are doing like 300%, 400%, the short-term trades that we are taking and stuff like that, with obviously market guidance. Especially if you're new in this market, you need to be in a community that knows what exactly they are doing, right? So we actually have between now and December and end of year, kind of appreciation. So we are slashing the price by 40%, and then you'll be able to just enjoy it until we get to 2025. So probably that's a present from me to you towards the end of the cycle. So I'm hoping to see you there, and we can have nice conversations. We can make money together. I want to thank you so much for watching this video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then of course, if you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye-bye.